love to you and all your loved ones, and the experience of all that is. Okay, clearing dark spirits number 3. Very useful tool, first of all, to know if the spirits that you work with, that you see in your mind, are of the light. Usually this will work. So, if let's say an angel comes to you, looks can be deceiving sometimes. So, what you do is you bring forward the source or source of all sources and whatever. Just put some intention of the universe behind this, and then have state of being of all states of being, or the source of all sources, to shine light all around this spirit or whatever you see. And I imagine just flashlights all around, like super bright flashlights all around the spirit. And then you're gonna just, and then if the angel or whatever can just sit there in the light and be relaxed, then generally you know it's of the light. But if it's kind of cringing or moving away, then you know it's not. And once again, your imagination is real. Just trust, let go, have fun with it, play. What you see in your imagination is real, okay? So, secondly, I just want to tell you a story about how I cleared myself from some dark spirits in my solar plexus. I did a clearing on this person, and then afterwards I noticed my solar plexus kind of felt weird, and it wasn't the heat type of thing, the stagnant heat, but it was a kind of like you just feel like something's stuck in there, or maybe that feels hollow or something. It just feels kind of weird. And you know, I manifested my higher self and just pulled it out, kind of forcefully, which isn't necessarily the best thing, even though being firm and stern with dark spirits is sometimes very necessary. But once again, it's very important that you don't use anger, even slightly. No frustration, no fighting, okay? Like, I'm gonna fight you, devil or demon, and you're just doing duality, and you're also giving it low vibration, which is strengthening it, and it will make it linger longer, okay? So anyways, it seemed to have worked. I felt a little clearer afterwards. So I thought, okay, whatever, we're good. And then I went to sleep. Then I woke up the next morning and it was still there. And so I went, with my mind's eye, went in there and saw that there was more. And so I just started to have a meeting with them. Okay, once again, no fear, no anger, okay? Just be relaxed and don't start yelling and stuff. So I've shined the lights all around. And you know, by the way, I wouldn't really recommend this for people unless you're really comfortable with some spirit guides that you trust and you kind of know what you're doing. You know, because you don't want to get scared and you don't want to necessarily anger the spirit, you know, maybe just have someone else do it or something that knows what they're doing. Okay, so I shined the flashlights all around and they didn't really like that. And I just started to have a conversation, had a meeting. So the first one came out and we started talking, and I was just calmly telling it that you feed off of low vibration, but light is the densest information, and is the only thing that will make you full. And besides, they know they need light. They need to eat some light. They like eating low vibration, but they know they need to eat a little bit of light. And when it came to when I did the clearing, I think they were feeding off of the low vibration with the person, and then I did the clearing. There wasn't as much food for them because I cleared low vibration, and then they went to me. Um, Maybe to dampen my light, probably because they were angry, and the solar plexus, that's where the light is. And but also maybe that they were either thinking that I would get scared and then they would have food, and or they were just feeding off of my light a little bit too, because they know they need light. You have to have light to sustain yourself. Even when we eat food, we don't really need food, we need light. When you eat salad, you're getting sunlight. Even when you eat a cow, you're eating sunlight from the cow eating grass. And besides, everything in matter is light anyway, so we don't need food, we need light. Okay, um, so I was just, we were going back and forth talking, and then the last thing I said to the spirit is there's going to be an ascension coming very soon, and if you don't go into the light, then you're going to be obliterated, because all the lower vibratory, from what I understand, fourth dimensional beings will be obliterated, and then everything will become fifth dimensional. So those lower beings are going to be obliterated, or at the very least they're going to get transferred to another place and have to go do it all over again, and stay in the same dimension that they were. But I don't even think that's what's necessarily going to happen. So anyway, I told them, though, you're going to be obliterated, so you better go into the light, and we're here to help you. And Mother, my spirit guides are going to take you to the light, and hopefully they'll say, okay, fine, I get it, and they'll go into the light. And once they go into the light, they're happy. But sometimes they go kicking and screaming and don't want to go into the light, because they're so used to their life that they're living now, and they're happy living this low vibratory life. But it's no way to be, because they're just sucking other people because they can't sustain themselves. But with light, you can sustain yourself. Okay, so, and then there was 3 of them, and I talked to each one by one, and had mothers take them to the light. And then I was cleared. So I hope this was a valuable story, and you will use this shining light on the spirits that you see in your mind, okay? Love to you and all your loved ones. May you go out there with love, understanding, even with dark spirits, because that is the only way that is most beneficial for you and for them too. Later.